Imagine this. You are fighting a property case in a court. You have been fighting for some 6 long years, 6 years of lawyers' fees, 6 years of stress, and 6 years of hoping that the system is going to give you justice. And then the judges reads out the order. He cites 4 Supreme Court judgments, 4 powerful precedents. The case is closed, you lose. But here is the thing. Those 4 Supreme Court judgments, they never existed. Not even one of them. They were invented by an artificial intelligence in some seconds. And this is not at all something that is hypothetical. This is not in a movie. This happened in India in 2025. And when the Supreme Court of India found out, this was the case that shook our judiciary. Now sit down, because the answer is going to change you, the way you look at every court order, every lawyer, and every legal document forever. Let me take you to Andhra Pradesh, August 19, 2025. A simple property dispute. A family fighting over land. The kind of case that plays out in thousands of Indian courtrooms every single day. The trial court appointed what is called an advocate commissioner, which means a person who physically visits the property and then files a report. The defendants who were challenging this report, they raised objections. The judge heard their objections and then dismissed them. In that dismissal order, the judge cited 4 Supreme Court judgments as the legal basis for his decision. 4 citations, 4 volumes, and 4 different page numbers. Everything looked very legitimate. Everything looked very real. The petitioners went to the Andhra Pradesh High Court and said that these judgments do not exist. The High Court checked. The law clerks checked. Every legal database in India was searched. Not even one of these cases existed anywhere. The Andhra Pradesh High Court acknowledged that these were AI-generated fake precedents. And yet, here is what is even much more chilling. The High Court still dismissed the revision petition and upheld the trial court's order. That literally means that a court understood that the judgment cited is fake and still it let it stand. That is when the Supreme Court of India stepped in. On February 27, 2026, a bench of Justice P.S. Narasimha and Justice Alok Aradhe, they took suo motu cognizance, meaning that the Supreme Court itself, without anyone filing any petition, decided that this matter was too very serious for them to ignore and they are going to take up this matter. The top court said, a decision based on such non-existent and fake alleged judgments is not an error in the decision-making process. It would be a gross misconduct and illegal consequences shall follow. Now, this is not a small story. This is a constitutional crisis in very slow motion. Why does AI make up such court judgments that don't even exist? The answer to which is AI hallucination. When you ask any chatbot, AI chatbot, a legal question, it does not search a database the way Google does. It predicts word by word what is convincing, authoritative, what a sounding judgment actually looks like. What does a convincing legal citation looks like? It has a party name, a year, a volume number, a page number, a legal principle. So the AI creates one that sounds exactly real, even when it is completely invented. Now you may be thinking that this is all about lawyers and judges, and how does it affect me? What does it have to do with me exactly? Every court order that relies on a fake precedent can put a innocent person in prison, can take away your land, can deny you compensation after an accident. It can even let a criminal walk free because the judgment citing his innocence was made using a ghost case that never existed. Justice is only justice when it is built on truth. And right now, AI is quietly introducing fiction into the very foundation of Indian law. When these cases or these news come up, the credibility of the institution like the judiciary becomes very doubtful. I'm very sorry to say this. We should not be simply taking it lightly. The constitutional ethos gets affected directly. You must be knowing Vijender sir, and he said that the task of the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, is not to produce the best candidate as officers, but to ensure that there was fairness in the procedure for appointing them. The task of the election commission is not to produce the best candidate as their leader, but to ensure that the people are having faith in the mechanism in which it is working. Similarly, the task of the judiciary is not to deliver the best judgment with a lot of legal acumen, but for the people of this country to have faith that their judgments would not be based on the ideology of the judge. It should be rational, it should be having a free will, a free thought in it. It would not be based on a misconduct of a judge in using AI tools without any verification. Thank you all. Thank you very much.